There's a giant topic, though, in the midst of this playoff conversation that surrounds a team currently would be a playoff team, and it involves some teams that thought they might be that aren't, that need coaches, and that's the Lane Kiffin piece. I can't think of a more overused word, but it applies here, a more fascinating situation for a guy in a profession where all you hope for, maybe, if you get alignment and players and good luck with health and a schedule that's manageable, like the list of factors is long, that maybe you'd have a chance. And then be in a situation where, because of factors that have nothing to do with your situation here, could lead to a this or that choice, a fork in the road moment where you might be put on notice by your employer at Ole Miss. Hey, man, what do you want to do? What would they do? Say, you're not coaching our playoff because you're going to LSU? Well, now you got a decision to make, man. Because you're in a place where you've got the chance that you don't know for a fact that will ever come again. Hey, if you bet on yourself and you get all the money and all the buy-in from, let's just say, the folks in Baton Rouge, then you're thinking, yeah, we'll probably have a chance to be this again. Mm-hmm. But you don't know. It's an incredible place to be. And it will be a hell of a lot to try to figure out, man. And I know you don't know what he's going to do. As you guys talk about it and talk through it, what's the sense of that?
No one knows, because it's him. He's as unpredictable dude as there is.
For sure.
And that's what it comes down to.
And so the question,
these timelines in all this,
you've said it for years. You're not going to be able to get a guy that's in the playoffs.
No. So it's a lot. And what I keep going back to is, we talk about the playoff and who should be in, who should be out. And you have coaches that have to make monumental decisions. The thing that's going to happen, no doubt, is people's feelings are going to get hurt. And it's not, I don't know if there's a right way to do it.
I'm interested in this. When you were being recruited at an incredibly high level, how hard was it to tell people no?
Horrible. You get to the point where you start making your weekly. I mean, I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday calls. There was a time in I think it was August 31st, they could start calling you once a week, and everyone's calling. And then you start narrowing it down a little bit, but then you build relationships. These coaches are calling. How'd your game go? This is what we did. This is what we got planned for you. And you're doing this with 15 to 20 schools.
And you got to like people that you knew you
still talk to them.
And you knew you were going to have to tell them no.
Yeah. As a 17, 18-year-old kid, it was rough, man. Rough.
It's different, but it's the same idea. My contract was up. I talked to the top people at NBC, and I talked to the top people at Fox. Very flattering. Like, the people. Mm-hmm. And they're offering you, different than Lane, but they're offering you sort of the keys to the castle.
Yeah.
What do you want? We'd love to build something around what we think you could do. And as it turned out, there was somebody that covered media that broke the story that I was staying, and I hadn't decided to stay. I couldn't believe it.
That's fun.
Yeah, I reached out to that person who I didn't know, but I was like, this is bullshit. You're fucking with my life and my money. What are you doing? I was told you'd made a decision. I'm telling you I haven't. I don't know you, but I'm so there's a line in Do the Right Thing that those that will say don't know, and those that know won't say. So just keep that in mind as things swirl around somebody, that I'm not comparing my situation, but in a way I am, that I was lucky to have choices. And in the end, I stayed what was home. And we decided to build something around what is the show that you're such a huge part of. And I can only imagine how hard, because it's so hard to tell these people that are offering you such incredible opportunities, I'm not doing it. And so in Lane's case, it's truly blank checks. And you might look at Baton Rouge and go, some dudes that won there that you could probably win there.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Florida, and maybe there's some hurdles that have been created over the past few years, but if it's right, it could be great there because it has been. But maybe be where your feet are. And where we are right now, we're closer here right now than they are there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hell of a lot to process in the midst of what's the best year he's ever had. So all this just creates a genuinely fascinating conversation. And I don't know how narcissistic he is in particular. I think everyone is to a degree, because having the world blow smoke up your rump is, can get intoxicating, I presume. So the whole world's going to be fawning all over, waiting to see what's it going to be. Under the backdrop of, and Ole Miss, who's never been in the playoffs, is going to be in the playoff. And maybe if you say, I don't know if I'm going to do this, they don't let you coach it.
Yeah. I do wonder, or I would think he has to think about how he did this at Ole Miss.
Meaning?
Transfer portal, NIL.
Yeah.
And LSU in Florida, probably going to do it differently. You're going to go back to, you have grounds where there's players. You have in-state players to recruit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that decision, like, do I want to do this whole transfer portal thing? Like, I don't know how he feels about it. Does he like it? Like just bringing in a new roster, every year? Or does he want to go somewhere where there's a foundation where he doesn't have to rely on the portal? It's a different way of doing it. I don't know. But that's when I'm thinking about you talk about Ole Miss, the first time ever, this and that. That's what's different. Where I think in this last 3-4 years, the guys that have gotten, and he has gotten as comfortable as there is in the portal. I mean, look at what he did with his quarterback. The guy was on Ferris State last year.
Correct.
Is it going to go back to getting time and being able to build a roster?
No.
Genuinely.
No, I don't think. That's done. That's done. We're giving you $40 million or whatever the hell these numbers are.
Yeah.
And I never believe the numbers that are reported, but I know it's healthy. We're giving you that. That's to supersede, go get this kid, redshirt him, and then 2 years from now, if he's good, cool. No, this person costs $3 million in the portal. He better be able to start and be an impact player this year now.
Mm.
We're not trying to go play in Orlando in a bowl game. We're trying to go to Miami for the second round of the playoffs. So I don't think, and I think when you're going to get paid, he's going to be the highest paid coach in the sport.
Mm.
Never coached in a championship game. Kind of wild. And if you're a creature of habit and you're comfortable in a spot and you like the people that you're with, devil you know versus the devil you don't.
Yeah,
that could be a huge part of it as well.
Oh, it's got to be.
And by the way, because I asked you this on the plane, what's LSU do if he doesn't do it? Then what do they do? And then there's Florida, and who's Penn State hiring? I don't know.
Because I keep going the other way. He leaves. What's Ole Miss doing?
Well, those are the secondary dominoes, and that secondary huge part of the carousel is always significant, right?
So,
and this year you've got the portal filled with the coaching portal filled with candidates like James Franklin, who that's a home run for Virginia Tech. Mm-hmm. Virginia Tech would love to be what Penn State was sick of being, relevant and on the fringes. They'd love it. And James has demonstrated that he can do that. And oh, by the way, his sin was his record against top 10 teams. Let me know the record of the coach Penn State hires against top 10 teams. Because if there's a guy out there that's got a good one, he's not available.